Welcome to the An English Coffee Office. Today is Tuesday, August 12, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Hey Alex, how's it hanging? Got your coffee fix yet, or are you just admiring the machine again?
Hey David, I'm doing all right. Just waiting for the slowpoke to brew. How's your morning kicking off?
Oh, you know the usual sales hustle. I've already had 2 clients hounding me for quotes before I even got my first sip.
That's brutal. I've got a project kickoff in about 30 minutes, so I'm just trying to wake up before the madness starts.
I feel ya, gotta load up on the caffeine for the daily grind. Speaking of grinding, did you catch that CNN story about Trump's massive tariffs hitting the global economy?
Yeah, I did. They're saying it's one of the biggest trade shakeups in decades, right?
Totally. I mean, we're looking at tariffs on like 90 countries. Prices on imports could skyrocket.
It's a big deal for sure. I'm wondering how it'll mess with supply chains, especially for industries we work with.
Oh, I'm already bracing for the client meltdowns. David, why's my order up by $1,000? As if I'm the one setting policy in DC.
Yeah, good luck dodging those complaints. It's going to make budgeting projects a nightmare on my end too.
No doubt. I bet we'll be hearing about this for months. Every meeting's gonna turn into a tariff rant.
Probably. It's not just the cost though. It could shift entire markets, maybe even push some companies to relocate.
Man, that's a headache waiting to happen. I just hope it doesn't tank my sales numbers before the end of the quarter.
Fingers crossed for both of us. We'll need to keep an eye on how this unfolds over the next few weeks.
For sure. Hey, switching gears, did you see that New York Times piece about the latest AI breakthroughs in business tech?
I did, actually. They're talking about AI getting so advanced it's handling stuff we used to spend hours on.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm thinking my sales reports might just write themselves by next month.
Don't get too comfy yet. It's awesome for cutting down busy work, but I'm curious how it'll change team dynamics.
True. But if it means I'm not stuck crunching numbers for 4 hours, I'm sold. I'd rather be out there charming clients anyway.
I get that. Still, I hope it doesn't take away the human element. Like those brainstorming sessions where ideas just click.
Oh, no way. You can't code creativity. AI might handle the boring stuff, but it ain't gonna replace a good old-fashioned pitch.
Let's hope so. I'm also thinking about the bigger picture. How it might widen the gap between companies that can afford AI and those that can't.
Didn't think of that. Could be a real game changer for small businesses getting left in the dust.
Exactly. It's a double-edged sword. Efficiency on one side, inequality on the other.
Yeah. Makes you wonder who's really winning with all this tech. I just hope it doesn't make my job obsolete before I hit my bonus.
I think you're safe for now. But it's definitely something to watch as it rolls out.
Agreed. On a lighter note, did you check out that Washington Post article about the virtual reality concert boom?
Yeah, I saw it. Artists are doing full-on shows in VR now. And apparently fans can't get enough.
It's bonkers, right? Shelling out $60 to watch a concert from your living room with some goofy headset on?
I know, but I kind of like the idea. It opens up live music to people who can't make it to big venues or afford crazy ticket prices.
Sure, but come on. It's not the same as being there. I'd miss the chaos. The overpriced beers, the crowd yelling, all 5,000 of them.
I get the nostalgia. Still, imagine catching a show from halfway across the world without leaving your couch.
Okay, that's a perk. But I'm telling you, I'd still rather deal with traffic for 2 hours than miss the real deal.
Fair enough. I think it's more about access. Smaller artists could reach global fans without needing a huge budget.
Didn't think of that angle. Could be a lifeline for the underdogs trying to make a name for themselves.
Right? It levels the playing field a bit. I'm curious if it'll stick around or just be a passing trend.
Yeah, we'll see if it's the future or just a flash in the pan. Gotta say though, the world's moving at warp speed these days.
It really is. Makes you wonder what kind of wild stuff we'll be talking about in 5 years.
Oh, don't even get me started on guessing the future. I'm still catching up with this week's headlines. How's the rest of your day looking?
Pretty packed. Honestly, I've got timelines to finalize and dozen updates to chase down before the afternoon.
Sounds like a blast. I've got 3 more client calls to sweet talk through before I can even think about lunch.
Oh, better keep that charm dialed up. Let me know if you need a project angle to smooth things over.
Thanks, Alex. I might just take you up on that. Man, these coffee breaks are the only thing keeping me sane sometimes.
Tell me about it. It's nice to step away from the screen for 10 minutes and just chat.
For real? Hey, did I tell you about the client who emailed me at 6 a.m. today with a quick question that turned into a 20-page doc?
Oh no, that's the worst. Did you manage to get through it without losing your cool?
Barely. I was this close to replying with Google it, but I played nice for the sake of the commission.
Huh. The things we do for the paycheck. I've got a stakeholder who keeps changing scope every 48 hours, driving me up the wall.
Ugh, scope creep is the devil. You've got more patience than me, I'd be pulling my hair out by now.
Trust me, I'm close. Just trying to keep the project on track without starting a full-blown argument.
You're a saint. Hey, speaking of those tariffs again, do you think we'll end up passing the extra costs straight to clients?
Probably at least partially. It's either that or we eat the margin, which isn't exactly sustainable.
Yeah, no way I'm taking that hit. I'll just have to spin it as global market trends and hope they buy it.
Good luck with the spin. I'm already prepping my team for potential delays if supply gets tight.
Smart move. Man, between tariffs, AI, and VR concerts, it feels like we're living in some sci-fi movie plot.
Huh. Sometimes I think so too. At least it keeps things interesting, right?
Oh, for sure. Never a dull moment. All right. I better get back before my inbox turns into a war zone.
Same here. Got to prep for that meeting. Catch you at the coffee spot tomorrow?
You know it. Don't let the project drama drag you down.
I'll try my best. Have a good one, David.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.